quick story about a guy that means a lot to me. One of my first basketball coaches. I grew up here in Denver, Colorado in the Park Hill neighborhood. Mostly black neighborhood when I was growing up. It's a little diverse now, which is great. But at that time, there was only like 2 white people that I knew in the neighborhood. One was this beautiful lady named Harriet that used to cook us cookies and everything. She was just the sweetest person in the world. And then the other one's name was Rick Callahan. He was my coach. He only came to do it because he was giving back to the community, giving back to the kids. And from a very young age, I was one of the better players on the team in the city. I can remember one time him telling me in a game, like I was playing well, kind of got bored a little bit, and he would start to challenge me in other ways. You know, whether it's, okay, try to not shoot the rest of this half and see if you can get 8 assists or 9 assists. So that's just a small example of so many challenges that he gave me. So every level that I went up, 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th, I would take it personal to try to meet his expectations, trying to, crush all the challenges that he gave me. And I did that all the way up through my NBA career. And after I won a championship, which was his biggest, challenge to me, is if I could win a championship, if I can lead a team to a championship. So after I win a championship, I call him, we're talking, and I'm like, all right, so what now? And his message to me was, you've been very successful. All you wanted to be was successful. We talked about this forever, all the time. Now I got one challenge for you, be significant. I didn't know what that meant at the time. And he was like, you'll think about this for a few days, you'll call me back. And I did. I called him back a few days later, and I'm like, Rick, what you mean? What do you mean by that? And he was just like, you have to leave an imprint on the community, on everything that you touched. Don't just be successful, be significant. He passed away a few years ago, and I know I made him very, very proud. He's dear in my heart, so is his wife now, who's still living. Talk to her as much as I used to talk to him. And he's a guy that I pulled so much motivation from, at all times. And he's also the reason why I give back. Because he was a lawyer by nature. He didn't have to come to the inner city and kind of give back to the inner city kids. He could have just rode off into the sunset, lived that great life that he was living, staying out, in the suburbs and having a lot of money. But he had a big heart. He came to the neighborhood and gave back, which is the reason why I always give back. When I tell you, so many lessons can be learned just in playing sports, and football, basketball, soccer, whatever it may be. This is a guy who basically shaped my life, and it started with basketball.